Good morning, friends. I'm Dr. Ajay Shah, bringing this another Facebook Live. We are going to continue talking about weight loss. We have done 28 segments, so please watch those segments. Please start with segment one and watch one or two segments every day and finish all 28 segments over next 2 weeks. If you are in need of weight loss, watching those segments probably is the best way to start learning about how you can effectively lose weight in a simple way, in a healthy way. Today, I want to talk about meal sequencing. Meal sequencing is a concept where you eat certain type of food in the beginning of your meal. And meal sequencing works by eating low calorie dense food in the beginning of your meal. That means eating green vegetables, at least half a pound before you start eating other items. So eat your green vegetables before you start eating higher calorie dense food. That means also eating fruits, which are about 300 calories per pound before you start eating any other higher calorie dense food. And that means also drinking glass or two of water. So meal sequencing is a very important concept. Meal sequencing means eating low calorie dense food in the beginning and then gradually going towards higher calorie dense food. If you look at the True North Health Center in Santa Barbara, California, they have this buffet type thing for their dining room where people who are staying at their facility, they eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. And their buffet is designed with the concept of meal sequencing. Their, their buffet starts with green vegetables, water, and fruits. So everybody has a plate or two of green vegetable fruits and glass or two of water. Then they graduate to eating starchy vegetables like potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, other things. They also graduate to eating intact grains, and they also graduate to eating beans, legumes, and lentils. And they all are about anywhere from 500 to 700 calories per pound. So if you want to lose weight, start eating in a meal sequencing way, starting with the lowest calorie dense food like green vegetables and fruits, and drinking water at the beginning of your meal. Once you make a habit of eating like that in a meal sequencing way, you automatically will lose weight, will become lean, and will stay lean. So again, meal sequencing concept is very, very important. The next thing I also want everybody to understand that staying hungry is never going to work in terms of losing weight. Hunger is one of the biggest and most strong stimulus our body ever can have. We can go hungry 4 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, but eventually we will give in to hunger and we will always eat food. So staying hungry is not the solution to weight loss. Portion control is also not a solution to weight loss because we need to eat 3 to 5 pounds of food per day to have satiety, to have satisfaction of volume of food. Our stomach has a capacity of pound to pound and a half, and we need to fill up the stomach 3 to 4 times a day, at least 3 times a day. So eating 3 to 5 pounds of food is the best way to lose weight. That means we have to be eating the calorie density food, which is low calorie density. The average calorie density food should be 560 uh, calories per pound. If you want to lose weight seriously, try to eat the food which is less than 5 to 700 calories per pound. So let me list those type of food which is less than 5 to 700 calories per pound. You can eat as much green vegetables you like. Matter of fact, if you are not losing 1 pound per week, increase your green vegetable intake. Again, if you are not losing 1 pound per week, increase your green vegetable intake and you will start losing weight. So again, eat green vegetables, 100 calories per pound. Eat 5 to 7 servings of fruits, which is about 300 calories per pound. Eat starchy vegetable, which is about 3 to 500 calories per pound. Eat beans, legumes, and lentils, which is about 500 to 600 calories per pound. Eat intact grains, which is about 5 to 600 calories per pound. If you eat all your food only from these items, which is less than 5 to 700 calories per pound, let me assure you, you will start losing weight automatically. As a matter of fact, you will lose weight very, very fast and a large amount. You may lose 1 to 3 pounds per week, depending upon where you are starting with your baseline weight. So again, eating not just whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, but also eating lower caloric food. Some of the high caloric food example, which many of us think are healthy, are actually not meant for weight loss. And some of those food include bread. Even if you eat whole wheat bread, even if you eat sprouted bread, even if you eat any kind of healthy bread, it still has about 12 to 1400 calorie per pound. So when you look at the bread, look up the bag, look at the label, and see how many calories per pound. Figure out how many calories per pound, and it's about 12 to 1400 calorie per pound. And that's item. The bread is actually outside my recommendation of item to lose weight. So bread is out of the equation. Same with flour. Flour, any kind of flour, when you make Indian roti or Indian naan or any kind of Indian bread or any kind of tortilla, it has about 1000 to 1500 calorie per pound. So whenever you take the flour and make any roti or bread or anything out of the flour or tortilla, caloric density goes up, and caloric density almost becomes 12 to 1500 per pound. So bread needs to go, flour items needs to go. Uh, so again, I keep stressing that if you want to lose weight, understand the caloric density concept by heart. Watch as many videos as you can on caloric density. You should know caloric density as if just everything details about caloric density. You should know. I have done a 4 minute long video on caloric density. There is a video by Chef AJ. Secrets to weight loss on forks over knives. That video is a great for calorie density. There is a great calorie video density by Jeff Novick. Jeff Novick, it's already on the YouTube. Jeff Novick, Novick. Jeff Novick. There's a great calorie density video by I think two physical therapists, Brad and Ben. They have a 22-minute long calorie density video with a lot of great examples from a dietitian or a nutritionist. So watch as many calorie density videos as you can, understand and learn the caloric density by heart. And let me tell you, that knowledge will help you to select the food items which are going to help you to lose weight and maintain the weight loss. So definitely learn caloric density. I cannot stress enough, learn caloric density by heart as soon as you can to lose weight. Um, uh, Also, another thing I explain you in my segment too, that keep reminding yourself why you want to lose weight. Are you losing weight to reverse diabetes? Are you losing weight to reverse heart disease? Are you losing weight to lower your cholesterol? Are you losing weight to fit in your wedding dress for because of a wedding anniversary is coming up? Are you losing weight because you'll be going to a high school reunion in 6 months or a year? Are you losing weight to, have your great grandkids graduation scene? Whatever the reason, are you losing weight to live 100? Whatever the reason, make sure that reason is in front of you every day, almost every hour, that this is the reason or these are the reasons why I want to lose weight. Because when you have why, when you have a purpose, when you have a goal, when you have a reason, you only have a higher chance of success. So always have the reason for weight loss in front of you almost every hour. Uh, Also, when you are starting to eat more salads, more green vegetables, skip any kind of dressing and skip any kind of creamy sauce, ranch dressing, and many other dressings, because those dressings not only are processed, but they have very high calorie density. They have tons of calorie per tablespoon, and try to avoid any kind of oily dressing or cream sauce. Instead of that, in the salads, use lemon water, use vinegar, either apple cider vinegar diluted in the water or balsamic vinegar with different flavors, or even you can just cut up the fruits and chop the salad and make the salad sweet and tasty by using the small amount of fruits. The way my wife makes a salad, she chops the salad in a very great, nice way, and then she also chops the fruits, and that salad becomes one of the most tasty salad, most healthy salad. I get my greens, I get my fruits, and then we sometimes add balsamic vinegar on top of it. So it becomes very low calorie dense food. Green vegetables 100 calories per pound, fruits 300 calorie per pound. So average becomes 2 to 250 calorie per pound. And even if I eat 1 pound of salad to fill up my stomach, I will have only 2 or 300 calories. I will have satiety. My hunger will go away. So again, in the salad, use lemon juice, use lime juice, use apple cider vinegar, which is diluted, use balsamic vinegar, use fruits to make the salad more tasty. Uh, Also, next thing I want to cover is try to eliminate salt as soon as you can. Not only salt raises the blood pressure, salt is bad if patient has a heart failure, but salt also actually make you eat about 10 to 15% more calories. Salt is an appetite stimulant, and salt actually will make you eat more. So try to get all your sodium naturally from natural food, mostly from vegetables. Like a lot of the vegetables have a lot of sodium in there, and that's adequate amount of sodium per day for us. We don't need additional salt per day in our food or our diet. Matter of fact, at our home, we don't use salt in any of our food. Whenever I have a food outside, a party or a graduation or a wedding or even at a restaurant, that food just tastes me so salty that once you make a habit of eating no salt, you will start actually enjoying the no salt food, and the salty food will become actually a worse taste for you. So try eating no salt for a few weeks, and you will have a new taste buds. Instead of using salt, try to use different kind of spices, including black pepper, turmeric, paprika, cinnamon, garlic powder, onion powder. Even you can use a liquid smoke, which gives you that savory taste. So try to use all different type of spices. Not only it will help you to eliminate the salt, which is not good for you, but a lot of spices have a lot of other benefits. For example, turmeric has a lot of benefits in inflammation. So a lot of the spices, even some of the spices have benefit in terms of preventing Alzheimer disease, preventing many other inflammatory disease. So even psoriasis, even some of joint pain. So try to eat more spices and less or no salt. Like at our house, we have a whole container of different spices, which I'm sure many of you have seen on my wife's previous videos. But you can actually have the whole container of different spices, and all your food, when you cook them, try to have all different spices as much as possible. uh, Also, I want to remind people about concept of preloading, which is also concept of meal sequencing. So whenever you start having your main dish, whatever main dish you are eating, either breakfast, lunch, or dinner, preload that main dish. That means eat or drink something before you have your main dish. And preload can include glass or two of water, a large salad, or a fruit or two apples, or whatever fruits you like. So try to have those items before you eat your main dish. And let me tell you, you will lose weight. When you preload with water, salad, or fruits, you automatically eat less calories from the main meal. Main meal many times have a lot of calorie dense food. And if you start with the preloading with a low calorie dense food, essentially like a meal sequencing, like I explained earlier in today's live, that you will automatically eat the less food, less calories per meal, and you will start losing weight. Also, the concept of desserts, try to eat fruits as dessert as much as possible. Fruits are not only healthy, have a lot of phytochemicals, they're low in caloric dense food, they are sweet, so it satisfies your sweet tooth. So try to eat fruits for desserts as much as possible. Once you make a habit of eating fruits as dessert, you will actually not like those sugary desserts, including cookies and cakes and ice creams and many other and chocolates, many other sugary desserts. So try to eat fruits as dessert as much as possible. Um, Also, you can make a homemade bean dip, which is one of the favorite things we have at our house. We just take the beans, we cook them thoroughly, and then we just blend them in a blender, and that almost becomes like a hummus or like a dip, but there is no oil in there. There is very minimum or no fat in there. The hummus at outside restaurant or hummus many times from the grocery stores have a lot of nuts, a lot of oil, and that becomes very calorie dense food. So you can make bean dip essentially yourself, which you can eat with a variety of items, including you can put bean dip on your even your potatoes or sweet potatoes, and calorie density will stay low if you make your own bean dip. No oil, no cheese, no any kind of high fat items, or no nuts or seeds. I already explained you about no flour or no bread. Bread has about 12 to 1400 calories per pound. So if you want to lose weight, try to eliminate roti, naan, tortilla, or bread as much as possible. Chef AJ actually keeps repeating herself that she does not eat any flour, she does not eat any bread at all. Also, try to avoid dehydrated food as much as possible. So again, having a dehydrator at home is not only not necessary, but could be detrimental. For example, eating grapes versus eating resins. Grapes not only will give you less calorie, more satiety, more water in the grapes, but also will be a lot more phytochemicals, a lot more nutrients. Raisins will have a lot more calorie per pound, and you can eat actually a box of raisin and get 300 calories, while in the grapes you need to eat almost a pound of grapes to get the same calories. So try to eat food where water is maintained, they are not dehydrated. Same thing, for example, is tomatoes. When you eat the whole tomato, that has a lot more water, lot less calorie per pound than dried sun-dried tomatoes, and that's also very high calorie dense food. So try to have food which is not dehydrated as much as possible. Um, Also, I think I've been explaining you that when you cook, try to cook with water-based cooking or vegetable broth cooking or Instapot cooking without any oil at a low temperature. Typical cooking should be below 140 degree as much as possible. When you cook at high temperature, for example, 300 or 400 degree in oven or in an air fryer, a lot of the chemical changes happen in the food, including formation of advanced end glycation products, which are very, very bad for you. Advanced end glycation product not only prematurely kills you and has a premature death, but also can cause Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, cataracts, wrinkles, many of the diseases, including even kidney disease. So try to minimize high temperature cooking. We all cook some food in oven and air fryer at our house. It happens also, but we try to minimize that as much as possible. So if you like your potatoes, instead of doing baked oven or air fried oven potatoes, try to boil them as much as possible. So low temperature cooking as much as possible. Also, another thing which I've been explaining in my last segments, that if you follow my program, if you follow what I've been showing you in last 29 segments, you don't need to count the calories. There are a lot of weight loss program, including Weight Watchers, where you have to count the points, where you have to count the calories, you have to look at the portion size, you have to eat how much food you can eat, you have to eat how many grams of food you can eat. All those things are not necessary if you follow my program. On my program, you can eat actually as much as you like until you are full, until you have satiety. The key thing is to eat the low calorie density food, so you can eat unlimited amount of food until your stomach is full and you actually say enough and you walk away from the dining table. So again, in my program, no need for calorie counting, no need for portion control, no need to weigh your food, no need to look up the calories in any food. Just try to eat whole food, plant-based, no oil diet with a lower calorie density, and you will start losing weight. Matter of fact, life becomes a lot easier when you don't have to count the calories, when you don't have to worry about macronutrients, when you don't have to worry about how many grams of food I should be eating, or not even counting any points like Weight Watchers or many other programs. So again, follow whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, and life will get a lot easier. Also, another thing is that every day I want you to have at least one of the meal with baked potatoes or boiled potatoes. Boiled would be better than baked, but definitely potato. Potato is one of the most satiating food. Potato gives you the maximum highest satiety and highest asphyxiating food. So potato every day will give you the fullness feeling. Potato will give you the satisfaction. So if you are trying to lose weight, have baked potato, just baked potato, or even boiled potato. Boiled would be better, like I explained you earlier. Boiled potato or baked potato, one meal every day, at least about 3 to 500 grams. So uh, about two medium-sized potatoes every day. That will help you lose weight while it gives you also satiety and satisfaction of fullness. So again, everyday potatoes, everyday sweet potato or regular white potatoes. Next thing is the role of fiber. I've been explaining in the last 28 segments that fiber is the most important ingredient in the food we eat. Fiber actually is more important than even protein. You know, everybody says, including all the personal trainer, that protein is the most important nutrient. But let me tell you, protein is not the most important nutrient. Most important nutrient is actually the fiber. Americans get about 10 to 15 gram of fiber. Minimum we need is 35 gram. In my opinion, we need 50 to 70, even up to 100 grams of fiber. Our ancestors, 500,000 years ago, got about 50 to 100, almost 70 to 100 gram of fiber, and they had a great health, in terms of chronic disease. So again, eat more fiber. I have a separate video on fiber on YouTube, so please watch that video. The fiber, particularly soluble fiber, is also very important to have a healthy microbiome. Microbiome are the bacteria in the colon, which has a many good functions to our body. So having healthy microbiome is very important. And to have a healthy microbiome, eating fiber, soluble fiber is very important. Animal products have zero fiber. So if you are eating a lot of animal products, you will not have adequate amount of fiber. So try to eat plant-based, particularly whole food, plant-based, no oil food, and you will have adequate amount of fiber. In my opinion, if you eat any food, if it does not have fiber, you put that food away. The general rule is about 3 gram of fiber for 100 calories. You don't have to look at the package if you're eating whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. But obviously, if you are transitioning and if you pick up a bag of any food, see how many fibers are per 100 calorie. For example, if you pick up bread, if the white bread is there, it typically has a 1 to 2 gram of fiber per 100 calories. So it's not adequate fiber for 100 calories. If you eat the sprouted bread, it may have 3 to 4 gram of fiber for 100 calories. Then that may be better bread than eating a white bread. Same with if you look at the white rice versus brown rice has more fiber, so prefer the brown rice or black rice over white rice. So again, fiber is very important ingredient in our diet. So look at my video on fiber and on microbiome. It's already available on YouTube. It's about 30-minute long. It's worth watching on YouTube channel. Next thing is a lot of people ask me that even though I'm trying my best, I'm not losing weight once I lost first 15 or 20 pounds. If that's the case, increase the green vegetables in your diet. If you are not continuing to lose 1 pound per week and not getting down to body mass index of 22, so if you are at body mass index of 25, 26, and you still need to lose a few pounds or 10, 15, 20 pounds to get down to BMI of 22. And if you're not losing 1 pound per week, just increase your green vegetable intake. So for example, if you are eating half a pound, 1 pound of green vegetable, make it 1 to 2 pound of green vegetable. And if you do that, again, you will start losing weight automatically. This is just like a simple biohack that if you're not losing 1 pound per week, double up your green vegetables and you will start losing weight again. Double up your green vegetables. And the simple reason is green vegetables gives you the volume, gives you the satiety while giving you only very few calories. Some of the green vegetables has only 60 calories per pound. So you can eat a whole pound and you will have only 60 calories. And that's where the concept of caloric dilution comes in. Like whenever you have your plate of all the food on it, try to dilute the calories as much as you can and you can dilute the calories. You can lower overall calorie per the plate by having larger amount of green vegetables on the plate. So again, when you have a lot more green vegetables on your plate, the calorie per plate goes significantly down, and you actually will eat less calories per meal than as if you are eating more calorie dense food. So try to increase your green vegetables, almost double it if you're not losing 1 pound per week. Um, Again, we have talked about why animal products should not be there, why we should minimize the animal products, why we should even eliminate the animal product and become vegan as quickly as possible. I'm myself vegan. I'm like rarely I would have a cheese, very rarely actually, but at our house, we don't have any milk products at all. At home, we have soy milk and we have zero animal product at our house. We don't even use oil in most of our cooking now. So why we should not have animal products? Um, Animal products brings a lot of saturated fat. Most animal products have some fat in there, except the fat-free milk, obviously. But meat, fish, chicken, cheese, they all have a lot of saturated fat. So number one, animal products bring saturated fat. Number two, animal protein is very detrimental in terms of stimulating IGF-1 pathway, and mTOR pathway, and that's actually detrimental in terms of causing many cancers. So again, animal protein has been shown to cause many cancers. A glass of milk has now shown to increase the risk of breast cancer and prostate cancer. So again, animal protein is not good for you. Many of the animal products have concern for endotoxins, bacteria. Milk products have estrogen concern. A lot of these products can also have carnitine in there, choline in there. Animal products have heme iron in there, and heme iron is shown to cause a lot of heart disease, a lot of heart blockage. So again, animal products needs to go. I don't want you to be vegan starting today or tomorrow, but try your best to minimize the animal products as much as possible. I've seen some patients, including some of my patients, having bacon and eggs for the breakfast with no fiber, no any kind of oatmeal or anything like that. A chicken sandwich for the lunch with a white bread, cheese, and minimum vegetables, mostly fried chicken, and then having fish or a burger or a beef or steak for the dinner. Their animal products are just absolutely so much. They have like 50-60% calories from animal products, and that just to me is too much inviting trouble, too much inviting cancer, dying prematurely, causing obesity. Animal products typically have calorie density of anywhere from 2 to 3,000 calories per pound, and which is just not going to make you lose weight. So if you want to lose weight, eliminate animal products. If you want to live long, eliminate animal products. If you want to be healthy, if you want to prevent many chronic disease, including heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, eliminate the animal product as soon as you can. Uh, There was another question also that Mediterranean diet is very popular and is considered healthy. So let me tell you about the Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet obviously is better than standard American diet. Standard American diet has 65% processed food, 25% animal products, 10% plant-based food, and out of 10%, 8% is potatoes and ketchup. So truly only 2% whole food plant-based diet. So standard American diet definitely is a bad diet. So Mediterranean diet will always do better than standard American diet. Mediterranean diet typically has lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, lots of olive oil, lots of fish, lots of bread, even though it's whole wheat bread, baked bread, lots of nuts and seeds. So Mediterranean diet is better than standard American diet. But at the same time, if you follow my program, whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, that's actually better than Mediterranean diet. So even though a lot of people say Mediterranean diet is the healthiest diet, is number one diet, actually whole food, plant-based, no oil diet is way better than Mediterranean diet. There are a lot of recipes and YouTube videos and books on Mediterranean diet, but let me tell you, now whole food, plant-based, no oil diet also has caught on, has a lots of books, has lots of recipes, and lots of resources available to cook at home, whole food, plant-based, no oil diet. So let me tell you, whole food plant-based no oil diet way better than Mediterranean diet, and both of them way better than standard American diet. So if you are in a transition, try Mediterranean diet, but eventually your goal should be whole food plant-based no oil diet. When you compare the Mediterranean diet with my program, my diet has no oil, so no olive oil, no fish, no pasta, which is very processed food, a lot of calories per pound, no bread, which is also very processed, no lot of calories per pound, no wine, no cholesterol in food, no cheese, no dairy. So whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, which I recommend, is way better than Mediterranean diet. Mediterranean diet is better than standard American diet, what Americans eat every day. But Mediterranean diet is not as good as whole food, plant-based, no oil diet, which I recommend not only to lose weight, to prevent many chronic disease and to reverse many chronic disease, live long and have the best health. I'm going to stop here. This was a little longer segment, segment 29. Please watch segment 1 to segment 28 and watch segment 29 again. Please share on your page. Please subscribe to our channel. Eat healthy. Today is my off day. I've taken a day off, so I'll be doing a few more lives. Eat healthy, eat whole food, plant based, exercise some. I'll be exercising at least 2 hours today. Meditate some, sit in the sauna if you have access to, spend time with your spouse, spend time with your family, spend time with your friends, walk out in the sun if sun is available, you walk out in the nature, relax, read some books, watch some videos, and have a great afternoon. See you soon. Thank you.